Welcome to the Cardinal Sports Network's presentation of basketball at Trinity Valley Community College. We are coming to you live from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, where today it's Trinity Valley, it's Navarro, say no more. It's a Region 14 conference contest, and it's a big one too, as both teams are perched just below the spot to where you could get that, maybe potentially get that first round bye at the regional tournament. Both are still in contention for that. The Cardinals come into tonight's game, this afternoon's game I should say, 13-8 overall, 7-4 in conference play. Navarro's 13-9 overall and 7-4 in conference play. So Tim, you see the significance of this contest, both at 7-4, trailing Tyler, and that's currently lodged in that top spot just ahead of the Kilgore.
Yeah, just a great match the other night between the two, and so you see how evenly matched these teams are in Region 14. And watching the outcome of that one the other night, talked to Coach Furr just a few moments ago, and I said, man, you guys are playing above and beyond. And he said, you know what, we've told our team, teamwork multiplies talent. I said, say it again, teamwork multiplies talent. And he said, we've been very unselfish with the ball, and we're finding a way to be competitive in every game.
They really have. Of course, of unfortunate circumstance, the Cardinals are down to 8 players. Now today, folks, you will notice they do have 3 additional players. 3 guys, players from the football team have moved over to join the squad to give them a little bit of depth. I mean, it's unlikely they play, but they are there for the depth purposes, if nothing else. But the Cardinals are coming off a 110-106 double overtime loss at Tyler to number 8 Tyler. And Tim, everybody I talked to that was at that game just had so much respect and admiration coming for the Cardinals for the heart they played with in that contest.
I was going to say that when you factor in, you're on the road, you've got an 8-man roster, you've come through some emotional battles in the last couple weeks, and then you factor in rivalry. I think that kind of leads us and sets the stage for this game today, rivalry between Navarro and Trinity Valley.
And, of course, another thing these two teams have in common, in addition to their 7-4 conference record, Navarro lost a tough game to Tyler 88-85 on a three-pointer at the buzzer, basically. Well, it wasn't at the buzzer, but it was close enough.
Gut-wrenching.
Gut-wrenching, exactly. So both teams have suffered losses and gave Tyler all they wanted. So there's talent going to be on the floor here today. And it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. The Cardinals have won 11 straight against Navarro, believe that or not.
Wow.
11 straight. And now, over the last 19 meetings, they're 13-6, but they have won 11 straight.
Yeah, and as you look over Region 14 in the men's conference there, you just get a chance to kind of see the logjam between 2 and 3 there.
Yeah, and the significance of the standings, if you look at them, folks, is the top 2 teams in each zone, division, what you want to call it, get a bye in the first round of the regional tournament. So the Cardinals are very much in contention for that, already owning a win over Kilgore.
Yeah, so this one today would factor in huge. TVCC and Navarro both.
Say hello to Grant McMillan, the head coach of the Navarro Bulldogs in his first year. Just stopped by to say hello and appreciate Grant. He came over after a nice stint at 4 years at Panola, in which he won 93 ball games.
That's impressive.
And a matter of fact, the Cardinals beat Panola in the regional championship game in 2016 down in Lufkin. And I think the very next year, Panola won the regional tournament and went to the national tournament for the first time since 1979. So Grant had a great run at Panola, and prior to coming to Panola, he was at Northwest Florida State, where they won the 2015 national title as an assistant coach.
And he's moved into the role where we've seen so often. I'm looking for help from my cohort in crime here. Moving to the athletic director's role now, so he's replacing the former Cardinal coach that was here. He's now at Navarro.
Navarro, you mean AD? Michael Landers. Michael Landers.
Yeah.
Tim.
So, well, I knew I threw you a stumbling block. He's at Navarro as the AD.
You were all over the map, and I was down in the ditch trying to figure out where we were. Okay,
my apologies. But
he does replace Michael Landers.
Michael Landers was in that role as the coach, and so now McMillan replacing him as he's moved to the athletic.
And of course, we're a season removed. Navarro did win the regular season conference title last year. Lost to the Cardinals in the regional regional championship game 87-67, and another great game by Tyson Jolly, who shot down so many opponents in his 1 year here at Trinity Valley.
Continuing to light things up.
Well, folks, I know we were off in the ditch there with you for a second, and we apologize for that, so we'll try not to get there too many times.
Yeah, that ditch is an uncomfortable place, I will just tell you.
We're about a minute away from the pregame ceremonies here at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. We'll have the introduction of the starting lineups, and we'll be underway. As I mentioned, Navarro 13-9 overall, 7-4 in conference play. The Cardinals are 13-8 overall and 7-4 in conference play. The Cardinals, of course, are coached by Guy Furr in his 4th year as head coach, 18th year at the college. He's got 93 wins to his credit as head coach, and he took the Cardinals to the NJCAA tournament in both the 18 and 19 seasons.
So we'll look forward to this one today. What is your instinct in seeing this team and what they've been able to accomplish in the last few weeks?
Well, I think the Cardinals have, you look at what the Cardinals have done in their last 3 games with 8 players. They've scored over 100 points twice. Didn't win either one of them. Now, what are the odds of that? You scored over 100 points and didn't win the ball game. That's just unbelievable.
That is. It's hard to fathom that, but so you know they definitely have the firepower. Now, will they be able to team it up with some timely stops?
Got a big crowd here on hand here today, folks, as you'd expect you would for our Trinity Valley Navarro game. You got the Cardettes here, you got the cheerleaders here, you got the band here, the Cardinal Reds here, you got Netflix here, you got the whole gang here.
Good shot of Netflix.
You got the officials here that are saying hello. That Tim's just totally blowing them off and ignoring them as they come by here. So
I think I'm the first guy to get a technical foul from scorer's row without the clock moving.
But anyway, we're going to turn it over to Harold Jones, the public address announcer here at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Leon Spencer Court at the Cardinal Gym for the second game of today's doubleheader featuring the Navarro Bulldogs and your Trinity Valley Cardinals. And now the starting lineup for the Bulldogs. From Lake Charles, Louisiana, number 2, Ed Manuel. From Australia, number 3, Akol Mawayne.
He's averaging 11.1 points and has 14 three-pointers.
From Beaumont, Texas, number 5, Jacoby Dill.
Dill has 25 three-pointers on the season.
From Harlem, New York, number 12, Tyrese Patterson.
Patterson's averaging 10.5 points and he's got 22 three-pointers.
Las Vegas, Nevada, number 32, Brian Washington. Head coach of the Bulldogs is Grant McMillan. Assistant coaches Cody Hopkins, DJ Pavlovic, and Andre Riley.
Assisted by my buddy Cody Hopkins, the barefooted golf player.
Is that his actual his stage name on the course?
Now the starting lineup for the Cardinals.
A 6'3" freshman from the Bronx, New York, number 10, Deshaun Davis.
Davis is averaging 19.6 points, 5.1 assists, and has 25 three-pointers.
Freshman from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, number 12, Anderson Marambo.
Marambo is averaging 11.7 points and 7.7
from Tyler, Texas, number 13, Darren Moore.
Moore of the John Tyler High School product is averaging 4.1 points a game.
A 5'10" freshman from Lawton, Oklahoma, number 23, Trey Fuller.
Devon Fuller's averaging 11.3 points, 3 assists, and has 32
and a 16
three-pointers.
sophomore from Katasi, Georgia, number 24, Vladimir Hoots Benitez.
Benitez is averaging 4.2 points and 3.6 assists. Trinity Valley, 13-8 overall, 7-4 in conference. Navarro, 13-9 overall, 7-4 in conference. It is Region 14 conference basketball. It is Trinity Valley Navarro. It is Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, and it is Tim Howard with the play-by-play.
Thank you, Benny Rogers. Looking forward to this one this afternoon. A gorgeous day in Athens, Texas, and looking forward to an equally impressive day on the floor here at Leon Spencer Court as the Trinity Valley Cardinals welcome the Navarro Bulldogs. We'll see them get off to that quick start, see if they can get some momentum early.
Scoring has not been a problem for the Cardinals over the last 3 to 4 games.
In the circle, it will be Poots Vanitse jumping for the Cardinals and Brian Washington. He'll jump for the Bulldogs out of Las Vegas, Nevada. So everybody's getting loose and ready to roll here, and you better be loose for this one, right? If
no doubt. It could very well be a track meet, and they're going to go all out against each other as Trinity Valley Navarro.
So here we are, set for the tip, ready to get this first half underway in Athens. Thanks for joining us on the Cardinal Sports Network. Controlled by the Bulldogs. Cardinals a man up. Derry Moore right on top of the ball. Marimbo had a strong game defensively last week, but there's a good start for the Bulldogs.
Muane puts up the baseline jumper and knocks it down for the first points of the contest.
We call Muane with the basket. So here come the Cardinals. Fuller running left side. Inside, nice take and a finish from Deshaun Davis.
Of course, Davis has been on a scoring tear lately. At one point, he had games of 33, 34, and 34 points.
It's one thing to feel it. It's another thing to feel it for 3 straight. He was on fire. It just shows his prowess. Tapped away, but controlled nicely by Muane.
Pooch Venitze guarding Muane out on the perimeter.
Nice job defensively, and the Cardinals will track it down on the sideline. Fuller is going to draw the foul.
Yeah, Fuller had really no chance of making that shot, Tim, but he did a great job of getting his body in position and drawing the foul, so he will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, it's an excellent job, just tight-roping it, if you will. Gets to the glass and draws the foul. So free throws coming for number 23, Trayvon Fuller out of Mansfield, 5'10" freshman.
Averaging 11.3 coming into the game today. Had a big game against Tyler the other night.
The first one to fall. Cardinals capture the 1-point lead.
And right on cue, Leon Spencer, the legendary coach, comes walking in, the Hall of Famer, carrying his dog. I kid you not, folks, he's got a dog with him.
2 for 2 at the line. Well, if your name is autographed to the court, I think you can bring your dog.
I darn sure do what you want to do.
I think you can. Muane thought about it, now he pulls it up. Good defensive close. Shot on the way, rattles it home. Nice touch from Jacoby Dill.
That's his 26th three-pointer on the season to give Navarro the 5-4 lead.
So with a closeout, but not enough. Fuller off balance on the 3. Marambo controls it in the corner. They'll set it up. It's like Davis thought about going left side, now going to come right. Too hot to handle down low. They'll get it out front. Fuller tried to cut him, and there is a nice finish by the Bulldogs.
Brian Washington with the slam. Navarro up 7-4 early.
Davis will bring it up. Gets it on Fuller's left side. Couple of low passes early here. Controlled by Putz Vanitze. He'll pass it off. Moore with the drive, the hang, the shot won't go. Fight for the loose ball. It's controlled by the Bulldogs in the corner. Good start from Navarro in the opening minutes. Oh, good head fake. He got too far out front, though, and left it short.
Mistimed his jump there.
Marambo pass to Moore. Won't go.
That's a good look by Moore down low. You got to hit that with about a 10-foot baseline jumper.
Good head fake. Now the dish. Over the top. Count the basket for Ed Manuel.
Yeah, the Cardinals need to be careful here because Navarro's gotten off into found a pretty good rhythm and a pretty good groove here now, and it's just 9-4, and it's way, way, way early, but you got to be careful about that.
Yeah, you don't want to look up and find yourself trailing too far behind. That one's off the mark.
Yeah, and you don't want to have too many of those one-and-done possessions either.
Yeah, it's easy to find yourself looking up from the bottom. So there's a clear out. Here come the Cardinals. Oh, throws it out front. Nobody was there.
Well, the only person there was Travis Tapley with his camera, and we don't want Travis anywhere on the floor shooting a basket for the Cardinals.
And for the record, Travis told me he's out of eligibility as well.
I think is there anybody I haven't insulted today? I've got a little Don Rickles in me today. I don't know what's going on with that. I think I'm in a bad mood or something.
So with a 3.5 to go in the early going here, Cards looking up, trailing by 5. So with screen out top, the shot over the top won't go. Marambo with the rebound.
Big man's working hard. He's got a lot of sweat already pouring off of him.
Yeah, this is like you said, that track meet potential. So definitely going to be working hard today. Marambo down low, goes strong to the basket, and the finish and a little flex for the camera.
Been so impressed with him all season with his body control for that big wide body that he's got.
Well done. Foul and the finish, count the basket.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Darian Moore is going to be called for the foul. That's going to be his first personal foul. Second team foul, be a shooting foul.
Yeah, that's a good take to answer by Muane.
Tim, we get a break. I'll give you a couple of women's final scores that our buddy Mike Monfort over in Corsicana have passed along to us.
Finishing a three-point shot.
Glenn beat Panola 64-59, and Coastal Bend beat Bossier Parish 89-73. So we thank Mike Monfort for sending those scores our way.
Absolutely. Trying to penetrate, but good close out there. Davis with the drive. Davis hangs, shot won't go. Cleared out. Here come the Bulldogs.
Great job of Brian Washington of clearing the rebound.
Up steps. Nope.
He stepped out of bounds on the
On that sideline. So 15:29 to go in the opening half of play. It's a great start for Navarro.
Well, it is. I'm going to make an observation that Brandon Millen, the head coach for Navarro, has got a Panola green sweater on today, so we're going to have to ask him about that.
Yeah, I think that is definitely Panola green. There's a drive. The shot won't go. Good defense in the paint from Navarro.
Surely Michael Landers can afford a red sweater for him.
Good strong move to the basket.
Ed Manuel.
6'5" freshman out of Lake Charles.
Navarro's opened up a 14-6 lead, Tim.
Yeah, they are off to a great start.
Shooting at a very high percentage right now.
Rambo lost control of that one, so here come the Bulldogs again. On the baseline, that's going to be a turnover. Yeah, they stepped on that baseline.
One thing you do wonder about, Tim, with the Cardinals is I think Guy Furr's going to use a timeout, and I think this is probably a really good timeout here. Let's keep it here and talk about this for a minute. The Cardinals are coming off of such an emotional game against Tyler, that a physical game too, because it went 2 overtimes. It just drained them.
Sure.
And I don't see the same spark in them tonight as we saw last week against Bossier Parish, and what we saw Saturday against Wednesday certainly against Tyler. And I think that's something to keep your eye on the rest of the way.
Couldn't agree more. And you just wonder, it has been a roller coaster over the last few couple of weeks, and so I would not be surprised if they're able to find a way to. I think that is a great timeout here with 14:43 to go in the first half of play.
But I tell you what, I've been very impressed with Navarro so far. Their ball movement, their ability to run the floor. They've defended. They've forced a couple of turnovers, and they've gotten every rebound seemingly on the Cardinals' end. So
making the most of it, and that's what you have to do. As both these teams, we talked about Region 14, they both need this W to really move them forward.
Well, and one thing we've talked about many times on our Cardinal Sports Network webcast through the years is when you go on the road and you can steal one, that's a game like gaining a game and a half on the field.
Isn't it, though? I mean, you've got to protect at home. And so the fact that Navarro was not able to handle the earlier meeting, they really want to come back and take this one here.
Well, this is the first meeting this season. But
you are right. Excuse me.
But the Cardinals have won 11 straight against Navarro.
The first time to meet in Region 14. So the Cardinals are bringing it up the floor. Here Fuller will try and get things rolling. Good ball movement. Can't get it finished. The putback is blocked, and
Wow.
That'd be out of bounds off of Navarro, but
I was about to score that one for
me
him.
too. It was about 98% down and then rattled out. So Cardinals will inbound on the sideline here. Rambo spin move, baseline, and had it blocked. Gets his own rebound. The putback won't go. They are tough in the paint today.
Cardinals have had some opportunities at point-blank range that just haven't fallen for them. Navarro's captured.
There's a good steal from Davis. Driving, passes it off, and the finish counted for Archibald. The assist by Deshaun Davis.
I know it's only 2 points, but you kind of see the Cardinals get up on their toes now once that little exchange on that offensive end now.
Yeah, that was a big basket there. That swing the other way, you're looking at 4-point turnaround right there, and so good on them. Of course, a foul out front will be a side out. That is whistled against Deshaun Davis. Davis will pick up his first foul with 2 points in the ballgame.
14-8 Navarro, 13:59, first half.
Rambo not giving ground, but going up over the top. Nice job with the basket.
Doomby with a nice body control, half body, rod body roll shot.
Oh, too hot.
Yeah, the Cardinals just a little out of sync. Certainly not playing as fluid as we've seen them play the last 2 games.
Poots Van Nietse will check back in.
Of course, Navarro has a lot to do with that.
With the Cardinals getting doubled up here, they're going to have to find an answer here. See if they can't, kind of ride out the storm. We saw a few years ago a great start by Navarro, but Cardinals came roaring back. It's a little different setup this time around, but there's a steal. You'll take it. Oh, Fuller gets awkward land on that shoulder.
I've got to admit, I was a little bit distracted looking across the way, Tim, as the Netflix crew that's here today was filming popcorn on the floor.
You never know what's going to end up on those shows. And,
I guess not, but that just struck me, and I couldn't even tell you what was going on the floor.
Well, the irony is they knocked the popcorn over and then filmed it. No, I'm kidding.
I've heard of B-roll, but that's really B-roll there. Back to the game, Tim. Sorry.
Archibald will try and set it up.
I drug you off in the ditch again.
The Bulldogs, though, are extending that D. Look how far out they've come. Spin move, drive, shot, basket. Put it down. Deshaun Davis.
That's Deshaun Davis at his best, folks. He's now got 4 points.
Creating off the window.
Going to definitely need to heat it up for the Cardinals here today to have a chance against this Navarro squad. Good
drive. Puts Van Nietse, I think, got him with the body. And so we'll see Ukol Muwan.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, thanks. Ukol Muwan. Am I right? It's a nice drive. I'm impressed with his length. He's a player, isn't he?
Wayne now with 6 points in the contest.
Wayne out of Spain, Australia.
That was Poots Van Nietse's first foul. It's the 3rd team foul against the Cardinals.
Can't get that to go. Archibald will eventually control it. Fuller over, shot, baseline, count it. Nice touch from Gary Moore on the right baseline for the Cardinals.
Yeah, we saw him miss that same shot from the left baseline earlier, and he was wide open, and he hit that one. They're definitely going to have to hit those shots, and Navarro's going to give that to him.
And he shot that with a lot of confidence as he just rose up and knocks it down. Thought about a 3, readjust, the shot won't go. Archibald with the rebound. Here come the Cardinals. And out of bounds off of the Bulldogs.
Great job by Dill that time of getting his hand on the ball and stopping the break that the Cardinals had in progress.
That looked like they might have had a chance at fast break points there. But with all the back and forth, it's a 5-point game right here with Cards with a chance to cut into that lead at the 12-minute mark of the first half. Jerry draws 2. Ball gets on the floor. Now Archibald will pick it up. Shot from the right corner will go.
That was a good look at it by Archibald. I got to hit that one.
Yeah, had that right post and couldn't convert. Pass off underneath. Too easy there, so Cards will be sending in a couple of.
Dumbia with another shot from underneath. Nice body control by the big man.
Johnson and Marambo to come in momentarily. Puts Van Eetse on the block. Over the top. Shot, roll, and basket. Nice touch from the big fella. His first bucket.
He's pretty consistent with that shot. He really is. We've seen that the last 3 or 4 games. He's become far more confident putting that shot up.
5-point game here. Knocked away, puts Van Eetse, but controlled by the Bulldogs. Had the oop. Oh, got bailed out. And I think the reason he was bailed out was because he's off balance from getting fouled underneath.
Yeah.
They were trying to set up the jam back door.
That foul's going to go against Archibald, who's kind of mildly protested that foul. He frowned a lot, I put it that way. So that's his first personal foul, 4th team foul against the Cardinals, but it will be a 2-shot situation for the Bulldogs with Washington going to the strike.
Brian Washington, that is off the mark.
That's a brick.
Little hitch in the shot there.
I'm going to insult myself now. That looked like me.
Oh, wait a second. Are we
At least
rolling?
Branson Blake is the only person I haven't.
Branson is in earshot distance, and he's giving a nod of approval. Yeah, you hadn't got him yet.
Another brick.
Archibald skies for the board, pulls it down. So Bulldogs will give 2 opportunities away right there. Johnson, Marambo, both in the game. Dished it just in time. Marambo goes up and finishes.
There was no room there to negotiate in, and he found some. He made some, I should say.
Anderson, Marambo with the put underneath for 2.
1-possession game again. And it's a turnover. Stepped out of bounds.
That's big, and the Cardinals will have an opportunity to bring in a couple of fresh bodies here. Number 14 and number 4, a couple of those football players. And look at the ovation again. I wonder if those happen to be some players in the stands. Standing O for a couple of Cardinals.
Trey Gardner has checked into the contest, folks. Number 14 from the football team.
And let's see, number 4 is in as well, right, Mac?
That's true. I missed that. Jay Mack's in. So a couple of the Cardinal football players are in now, giving the rest of the Cardinals some breather.
Right. Shot over the top for 3, and it's nicely done. Davis tried to close out, but couldn't affect that. That was a nice shot.
Nice ball rotation by the Bulldogs. Get the ball to Sherman Robinson down in the corner.
Davis draws the double team. Now they'll work it to Marambo. Davis, boy, he's fun to watch even without the ball.
He's going to create.
Yeah, there's a nice give underneath. Davis draws the defender and then has the presence of mind to drop it off to Marambo with a finish.
That's a nice 2-on-2 game right there the Cardinals were playing.
So with 9:10 to go in the opening half of play, it's a 4-point game. They've cut that lead, Benny. Trying to pull all the way back to even.
I'm surprised the Cardinals went to the football players this early in the contest. I'll just be perfectly honest about you as number 10 knocks down the 3-pointer, Kobe Shannon.
I think that might have a lot to do with just the fact of, hey, we over the wear and tear of the last few weeks and try to buy a little, things weren't going real well. And went to it early.
I don't think it's a lineup you want to stick with too long. I'm not insulting anybody, but that's just the reality of it.
We'll see a couple of changes pretty quick as they're drawing things up. A 3 on the way. Won't go.
Nobody back to the Cardinals. See, that's where you get in trouble when you got some players that aren't used to being out there and defending. They don't know to get back when the shot goes up, and that's where you give up a bucket like that.
It's a big opportunity to extend it. So back up to a 9-point advantage here. It's clear that Navarro's done their homework. Good pass pass and a finish. That was laser passing there. Backdoor, baseline, across the way, and a put up to make it 27-20.
They wound up finding Darian Johnson for the 2 points.
Oh.
Yeah, you're just going to have to get this. I know they got 3 players at the scores table, but you're going to have to get this lineup off the floor because this is just not a good lineup right now.
Yes, Sule Jumbua.
I know you got to give the kids some breathers and everything like that, but boy, you got to be real careful when you do it.
Yeah, and it's a 3-point shot on the way. Won't go. So 7:15 to go in the opening half. Cards trying to find a way to stop the momentum coming back the other way. Won't go. Marambo with a partial board. Rebound is taken by
Gardner on the drive and missed the shot. Anderson Marambo trying to put up the rebound, and it's going to draw the foul instead. We'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
So with a couple of free throws coming here.
So now Fuller, Moore are going to check back into the contest.
Wow, you get it. Timeout here coming with just under 7 to go. 9-point lead. Navarro's extended it back out. So have a full timeout coming here. We'll take a step away. Cardinals will try to regroup. We'll come back with it after this. Welcome back. Cardinal Sports Network from Trinity Valley in Athens, Texas. Leon Spencer Court. Cardinals trying to carve into a 9-point deficit, Benny.
Trey Gardner remains on the floor for the Cardinals, number 14 from the football team. He redshirted this past year for the Cardinals because he had some injury situations. But Trey comes from Tenaha, where he was a multi-sport athlete at Tenaha High School.
Rambo cannot get the first one to fall. See if he can convert here on number 2, and that one's off.
Yeah, that hits free throws.
Those hurt you. So nice steal by the hoops, the football
Trey Gardner.
Multi-player, multi-talented. Gardner gets a steal and a basket. Working hard. Archibald, Cardinals running the press, trying to work it. Rambo trying to close on the baseline. Good job to knock it away underneath. The pickup, though. Wow. Putting it up and in will be Jumbo. Kumbua. He'll have a free throw coming with an opportunity here.
Chance for the Bulldogs to take a 10-point lead.
That's a big one. Cardinals were running a charge in there. Now free throw is good. We'll make it a 10, so a 30-second timeout coming.
Brandon Millen's going to use a timeout here, a 30-second timeout, so we'll obviously keep it here. The Bulldogs up 32-22. I reminded Tim of the game 3 or 4 years ago. Fourier at the time gets away. I guess it was the 16th season when Navarro jumped out to a 21-0 lead on the Cardinals and was up 28-4 at one point. The Cardinals came back and went on the shot at the buzzer like 78-77. Probably the most craziest game I've ever seen played here at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, and I've seen some crazy games played.
That was one that you still, I mean, you just, as you're talking about it, I remember it's like just seeing it. At first, you're thinking, boy, this is one that people are going to want to forget right away. And as you start seeing them come back, you knew something special was happening that night. And by the end, boy, everybody got their money's worth.
That was unbelievable. I mean, that was just totally unbelievable if they could overcome that type of deficit as they did.
And as much fun as that was to celebrate here, I don't think there's ever been a longer ride from Athens, Texas to Corsicana after that, if you're a Bulldog.
Probably not. And Michael Anderson will now kill me for mentioning that game.
You're contractually obligated to mention it every time. Boy, aren't we? Back to action here. 10-point game, and Bulldogs off to a great start. Drive, pass, working and going up strong. Had it blocked from behind. Good closeout by Robinson.
Yeah, Sherman Robinson did a great job of maintaining his body control and getting that block.
Archibald gets in there and affects the shot just enough. And Rambo with the rebound.
In a fastly played first half, Tim.
Yeah, it is. Very, very quick moving. Long three off the mark. Woo.
That's halfway to Malakoff.
That was one that.
And the Cardinals hit those type shots against Tyler the other night. Both Fuller and Archibald were drilling them from 25, 30-foot range.
That was one of those nights where, you know, like you said, it went double OT and ended up being a 4-point contest. There's some battling going on down low, going up top, knocked away, fight on the ball, on the floor. Going to get Archibald, I believe, for the reach. Let's see.
Yep, that's going to be his second, team sixth.
5:27 to go in the first half of play. 10-point contest.
Cardinals trail 29-20 at the 6:55 mark in a timeout. And now trail 32-22 as the first free throw attempt goes down.
11 points and growing. And no, he doesn't. He doesn't finish it.
Wayne now has 7 points in the contest. India leads the Bulldogs with 9.
Fuller thought about throwing it up. He's going to work it to Archibald. They'll just rotate it, trying to get it in, and then a kick ball coming.
Bulldogs are very conscious of both Fuller and Archibald's ability to shoot the three-pointer. They're extending their defense, doing a great job of really not giving them any free looks out there.
Yeah, making it very difficult. You're going to have to shoot it over the top, and we're going to work it out, as you said, extend it out. Davis with a step back, now drive, pulls up for the shot, will go. There's a foul. Going to the free throw line will be Derry Moore for the Cardinals.
Nice job of Derry Moore of seeing that rebound, going after and trying to put the shot up in the progress, in the meantime, I should say, and drew the foul.
See if they can't capitalize at the free throw line here. You look up and it's back up to an 11-point game, so this is one of those fast-scoring teams. Both teams able to put them up. This one is good.
Moore now with 3 points in the contest. His first free throw of the game.
You mentioned it earlier, Derry Moore out of Tyler, John Tyler High School.
A walk-on in the Cardinal program. Non-scholarship player to start the season.
Having some big minutes here and making the most of them. Freshman. And get that one to fall.
So the Bulldogs have really been in control of this one from the onset.
They played it well, playing with excellence. Nice shot, gets it dropped. Patterson.
Tyrese Patterson came in averaging 10.5 points. That's his first points of the contest.
Yeah, they've done a pretty good job keeping him quiet in the early part of this game. Fuller, nice pass. Shot, count the basket. Derry Moore.
Nice job by Derry Moore, who came in averaging 4.1, and he now has 5.
Nice block. Moore got all ball, and Archibald will kick it out. Here comes Davis. Davis shakes, makes, drives. He'll draw the foul.
Nice job at Sean Davis on the drive against 2 defenders. Couldn't get the shot to fall, and will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Talk about his ability to create. He saw that just enough of an edge there, and he split the defenders and goes to the basket. Poots Van Nietzsche will come in momentarily. I believe probably, well, I'm not sure. It might be for Moore. It could be for Marambo.
Yeah, it's going to be for Moore.
Yeah, Derry Moore will take a seat.
5 points now for Deshaun Davis. A relatively quiet first half for him.
And then we talked a little bit about this in their ability to come out there doubling to him and making him work. Kind of like what Coach Ivey and the Lady Cards did early on against Jacksonville and slowing down the firepower for the Jaguars. .335 to go in the opening half. Cards,
But an offensive foul away from the ball.
Got a push. That's going to be on, I believe, is that Robinson?
It's going to go against Robinson, yes. That will be his second personal foul.
So he's picked up too.
Team 6. So both teams will be in the 1-and-1 on the next foul.
Cardinals trying to get closer. They trail by 8.
Fuller thought about it.
Yeah. Now he's going to pull the trigger. Left it short.
Nobody home.
Over the top. Marambo got whistled.
Hey, over the top.
Yeah, he got his money's worth on that one, I think. When he hits you, you know you've been hit. I'm just saying, you get the feeling that.
Yeah, there's no mistake about that. He hits you.
Anderson, Marambo, 6'7", 280.
Of course, the Lady Cardinals winning 84-51 today. In other finals, Blinn beat Panola 64-59. Coastal Bend beat Bossier Parish 89-73. Tyler beat Paris 88-74. And Kilgore beat Angelina 72-71. And the Lady Cardinals go to Angelina, or to Lufkin, to play Angelina on Wednesday.
It'll be a good one that on Wednesday night as well. So keep an eye on that. First free throw is good. Second one goes down as well. Suleiman.
Well, if you're Navarro, you got to feel really good, Tim, about how this first half has gone for you.
Yeah, they've played it very well. Now away from the ball, they're going to get Derry, I believe.
Yeah, that's going to be another turnover for the Cardinals, and something they can ill afford when you're already staring at a 10-point deficit with 2:57 left in the first half.
Second foul of the half for Derry Moore. So they need to finish out these final 3 minutes. We talk about that closing out quarters and halves, if you will. And this is one of those moments. A good pickup by Fuller, but just missed it. Stepped on the sideline.
Thought he had picked his pocket.
It was fun to watch up close. I mean, very quick.
Out.
Very quick. Thought about, rolls out, nobody home. The putback is good.
Nice job by Ed Manuel.
They just keep coming on that down in the paint. Very explosive. Davis trying to post up, having a hard time getting in the ball. Now he'll spin move, drive. Marambo's going to take it out of nowhere, put it up and finish it.
Davis such a great court presence. He knows where his teammates are off his drives.
Well, he made it a magnificent pass. Jump stop, kick out for 3, shot on the way, count the basket.
It's a dagger from the corner.
Well, that's a big answer. You come back and think maybe get a little momentum coming. They come back with a 3, makes it a 13-point advantage.
Deal with 6, both on 3-pointers. Davis knocks down a deuce from the top of the key.
Just inside that 3-point line. So 2-pointer. Steps, nope.
Guy first certainly thought there were steps. He was up twirling the arms. Cardinal fans behind us
They seem
also
to
feel like it
agree.
was a travel.
Wide open three-point shot off the screen. He missed it. And a fight for the loose ball. No, it's controlled. Pass, baseline shot is good, and count the basket.
Chance for a three-point play by Manuel.
That's a big swing when you stop and think about it. Instead of steps one way, go the other way. Now you got a three-point opportunity.
Yeah, if you're the Cardinals, I know there's just 1:25 left in the first half, but you want to stay in contact with the Bulldogs. You don't want to be staring at a 20-point deficit going into that second half, because that might be asking a whole lot with your depth situation being such that it is.
Makes the most of the opportunity. So with a 14-point deficit staring them in the face, they get the ball to Davis. He's going to try to draw it.
Brandon Millen is arguing that call. Now, he doesn't think that Deal should have been called for the foul.
I think he was trying to draw a charge, and I think he drew an Oscar. I mean, he was anticipating contact. I don't think the contact ever really came. So,
Davis will go to the free throw line to shoot two.
Yes.
1-and-1, I'm sorry.
Speaking of, need these. Really need everything. At final minute 13 of the half. It's that one to go. So Deshaun now with 9 points. McMillan's still working his cause. Second one on the way is good. So 2 for 2 at the stripe, puts him in double digits. Fuller working, almost got it. Nice dribbling there by Deal.
1 minute left in the first half.
Hands, quick hands. And they're going to get him for steps.
Yeah.
Trey Gardner's playing some good defense, reaching in there.
Trey's an athlete. The Cardinal football coach were very disappointed he was not healthy enough to play this past season, because he's definitely a playmaker. Had a great career at Tenaha High School.
Nice move. Draws contact and can't get the shot to fall, but we'll be going to the free throw line. The Cardinals on a mini run here, trying to get back within 10.
Yeah, your goal would be to be within single digits, I think, at the half, and that's asking a lot with 46 seconds. I feel like Navarro's going to burn some clock now this next time they get the ball.
That's a far cry, though, from where it could have swung the other way, going up to 18 to 20. So gets that one to make it an 11-point lead.
And that's his 11th point of the contest.
The game within the game. Shot on the way is good. So now a 12-point first half. Cards get a stop here. They should have some time to work with. Three-pointer on the way. Won't go. Putzvanitze with the rebound for Trinity Valley. They'll hold for the final shot. So a chance to
get within single digits.
Yeah, get within inside that 10-point line. So they're going to get Deshaun isolated here if they can. Clear him out, let him set it up. Pulls up for three. On the way, rattles out. Putzvanitze doesn't get it. Gardner tried to knock it away.
Went halfway down. The shot went halfway down.
We've had a few of those today. So 1.7 to go, 94 feet away. Look for a baseball pass here with thought about trying to draw the charge. Got out of the way of that one. So with halftime upon us, it's a 10-point game. Navarro leading over Trinity Valley. And your thoughts here in the opening half, if you want to recap some scoring here.
Yeah, let's recap the scoring for the Cardinals before we step away for the halftime. The Cardinals were led by Deshaun Davis with 12 points in the half. Anderson Mirambo had 8. Darryl Moore had 5. Trey Fuller had 2. Darian Johnson had 2. Tight end Archibald had 2, and Trey Gardner had 2. So we are at halftime, 45-35 Navarro in this Region 14 conference contest at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. We're going to step away and rejoin you on the other side. Thank you for joining us here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your halftime entertainment, the TVCC Cardettes.
TNT. Sunset on your color TV screen. After all that I can get, if you know what I mean. TNT, dynamite. TNT, well, when I fight. TNT, I'm a power load. TNT, watch me explode.
And welcome back to Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, where we are wrapping up halftime with Navarro owning a 45-35 lead in this Region 14 conference contest. I gave you the Cardinal scores before we went away to halftime. Leading scores for the Bulldogs in the first half was Dumbia had 11 points. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
That's all right.
And Ed Manuel had, Jacoby Dill had, I must start over. Ed Manuel had 9 points. So those are the top 2 scores for the Bulldogs in this important Region 14 conference contest here today, Tim.
They've been able to, distribute the ball around pretty evenly. You stop and think about it. I mean, they haven't just had one guy just totally dominate.
Well, you really don't. You look at the 5 that finished the half, you had 11, 9, 6, 5, and 2. That's an equal distribution as you're mentioning.
So when you kind of think back over that first half, what do you think Coach Furr and his staff are talking about with his team to improve on in the second half? What are the keys to the second half?
Well, I think as good as Deshaun Davis is, I think you've got to get more players involved in the offense. You've got to do a better job of moving the ball around and trying to create some openings on the defensive side of Navarro that otherwise aren't presenting itself, because as you mentioned early on, Navarro is double teaming Davis out front most of the time.
Yeah, and one of the things that they've really been consistent on that. They've committed to that. So maybe as you're in that locker room, you're seeing them say, hey, when that comes, we're going to collapse and get rid of it.
I think the first 5 minutes this half is going to tell us a lot about how this game may go. The Cardinals have got to find that energy and come out and play with that energy that we've seen from them, play with the heart that we've seen from them and execute. But Navarro is a very good basketball team, and I've been very impressed with how they've moved the ball around on the offensive end.
They've had that just very crisp passing, getting the ball around, executing when they get their opportunities, and it showed here as they've built a 10-point lead to start the second half.
As we came into today's game, Navarro came in averaging 78.9 points a game, so they're on that clip right now to surpass that. The Cardinals came in averaging 84.1, so they're a little bit behind the clip they normally play at. But it is Region 14 Conference basketball from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. Cardinal basketball to start the second half. Tim Howard with the play-by-play.
Thank you, Benny Rogers. A beautiful day in Athens, Texas, and the second half starting out it will be Cardinal basketball.
I will say this, Tim. The most interesting thing to me that happened in that first half was Netflix filming that popcorn on the floor.
Well, yeah, that was impressive.
I may watch the series next season just to see that, and I haven't watched a lick of it so far, but
Well,
I may see where the popcorn plays into the series.
I've watched all of it, and to echo J.J. Watt's question, do you need a stumbler?
A stumbler.
Not necessarily a stunner, not necessarily a tumbler, but I can be a stumbler. So anyway, we're back to basketball. Fortunately, boom. So here's a drive. The shot draws contact, and he will be headed to the free throw line.
Davis right off the bat goes back to trying to create an opportunity, and he's going to get a free throw, 2 free throws out of it.
The question, though, is will they have the shot of the popcorn falling in slow motion?
That's laying on the floor over there. It ain't going anywhere.
It's going to be there. So good start, though, getting to the hole, and free throw opportunity on the way. We're off the mark, though. Hope that's not a telltale sign of things to come. Davis, usually money, captures points from behind the arc, driving to the basket, free throw line. He's a scorer for sure. Second one on the way, will not go.
Misses both. Not the start you want if you're the Cardinals.
So Cardinals D will have to rise to the occasion there, giving that one away. Throws the rocket. It's short though. Davis with a rebound. Good closeout there by Patterson to slow down the fast break opportunity. Shot on the way. Count the basket.
Nice job by Davis of recognizing the double team and dishing it off to Derry Moore.
Yeah, absolutely. Gets the basket to fall. Nicely done. And Moore really seems to step up here lately. There's just almost got there. Davis and Fuller both aiming for that and run out of real estate.
Oh, just what a great opportunity that was for the Cardinals. They come away with the steal because they were definitely going to have numbers, and he probably could have laid it up very easily for the bucket and just been within 6 points all of a sudden.
Game of inches there as that one's on the sideline working its way back. So 45-37 the score, 19:07 to go in the first half play. Cardinals trailing the Bulldogs. Close ball game back and forth here. Trying to back him down. Goes up over the top of Marambo, won't go. Rebound, Marambo.
Cardinals have stepped it up defensively. You can see if they're up on their toes more to start this half.
Fuller, baseline jumper, won't go. Clear out underneath by Washington. Here come the Bulldogs. Up top, they put up, won't go. Rebound, Marambo pulls it down. Archibald for the Cardinals.
That last Cardinal possession was one of those that in the situation we were talking about. One more pass would have probably far better.
Won't go. The long rebound is controlled by Emmanuel. Finish.
Exclamation point.
Big finish from Brian Washington. 6'8", out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
But the Cardinals had 3 opportunities to cut within 6, and now they're staring at a 10-point deficit again. Early on, I understand that. I'm just saying, all those possessions will add up.
Archibald, left wing, Archibald, 3-point basket. Nice touch from tight end Archibald, 6'1", freshman from Houston.
Need to get him going out from the top like that, and it's going to create more opportunities for Deshaun Davis on the drive.
Yeah, they'll have to respect that. Here's a drive, good close. The shot won't go. Marambo with a rebound. Fuller trying to go inside, does, hangs, shoots, score! 5-point contest here. The Cardinals getting it going in the second half.
Here come the Cardinals. This is the Cardinal team we've seen now the last 3 games.
So there is a screen right side. They work it down low. Shot short. They're going to get him for the push underneath.
Some words being spoken between Wayne and Archibald. It's kind of like Wayne looked in this. Saw Archibald, 6'1", thinking, I'm going to mess with
I think Archibald actually was trying to be peacemaker between Marambo.
So? Oh, okay.
Because Marambo's back and forth, and now Archibald, don't take anything away from Archibald. I'm sure as he's saying something, he's like, hey, move on, big fella. But, there's the little jawing continued long after. So let's see what he hits the first one, they're still kind of jawing at each other back and forth.
Have some men's scores at halftime thanks to Mike Monfort. Kilgore leads Parrish 50-35. Angelina leads Glenn 42-37. And in the non-conference game, Bossier Parish leads College of Lake Houston 56-32. So thanks to Mike Monfort for passing those scores our way.
Good stuff. Region 14, Fuller gonna go inside, gets up underneath, but cannot get the fall of the shot.
There's an opportunity there for the Cardinals.
Boy, there's a ticky-tack foul there.
Ticky-tack foul is going to be called against Archibald, and that's going to be his third personal foul. And Guy Furr is up asking about this one.
That's
We got a technical foul.
Oh, well, that might have been on. Wow.
We'll have to pay attention here because there's been a technical foul called, I think, against the Navarro bench.
Let's see what's going on here. Trying to clear it out.
See if we can get an explanation when the official comes over to the scores table. We can maybe read lips or maybe hear what he's going to say. There was a foul called against Archibald, and then there was a technical foul assessed against somebody on the Navarro bench.
On
Going to charge it to the bench. And now
Interesting.
Grant McMillan is going to get his explanation that he's been asking for. First, we're going to have Trevon Fuller shooting the technical foul free throw.
Need to hit these. I mean, you're looking at a 9-point, now 8-point game.
That's just a one-shot situation. But Fuller does knock down the free throw for his 5th point, and now Navarro will shoot the personal foul. That was against Ty Dan Archibald, which was his 3rd.
Which I thought that the technical was actually going to be on me for what I was thinking. Because that was, you know what's interesting? You see the back and forth and the bruise and the banging. And then sometimes you just can't believe it. There's the shot on the way.
We have a final score in men's basketball. Coastal Bend beat Victoria 97-85, and Jacob Brown from Victoria College poured in 33 points today.
That's an outing.
That was definitely an outing.
Fuller with a good quick pass. He'll pass it across Archibald. Rambo. Had it blocked.
Definitely blocked.
Moore going to check back in here momentarily. Over the top, won't go. Rebound that time. Got Darren Johnson, long 3. Won't go.
Yeah, Fuller's yet to hit one of those today, and that's what he needs to get him going. And it would help the Cardinals too, now down 9.
That would have really been a big lift. He almost got it to go. Archibald gets it quickly out front to Fuller. He goes up, lays it in. It's a 7-point game. 52-45.
That's Fuller's 7th point of the contest.
That's a quick basket on the other end, and that's sometimes what you need. One of the smallest guys on the floor rebounds it, gets a good outlet out. Fuller with a finish. Get those engines turning here. Oh my. Timeout coming here for Coach McMillan and the Bulldogs.
Navarro's going to call a timeout here, and Wayne just made his mind up he was going to go, and he went. 30-second timeout.
Yeah, so as we have played 4 minutes and 16 seconds of the second half, at the break it was 45-35.
Now they're going to take it to a media timeout, so let's step away for a couple of seconds.
Let's do just that. We'll be back after this. Cardinal Sports Network continues. Cardinal Sports Network, continuing from Trinity Valley in Athens, Texas, the home of Cardinal basketball. Benny Rogers.
Well, Tim, we said the first 5 minutes would be important. We're about to hit that 5-minute mark, and the Cardinals have got down by 9, and they trailed at halftime by 10, so they've only made up 1 point, but they did get within 5 once.
Yep.
They're going to need another surge just like that and carry it beyond that.
So they will have an opportunity. There's a 3 on the way from the left wing, late baseline. Count the bucket. And you talked about trying to get Fuller going, and that might help the cause.
I think it will, and that's his 10th point of the contest, his first 3-pointer.
Good steal, good hands there for Moore, and then Deshaun Davis picks it up. Now over to him on the left side. Shot won't go. Marambo tapping around now, controlled by the Bulldogs.
That was an opportunity for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Washington stopped it though, got those hands on it, and controlled. Suleiman Dumbia about to check in. Marambo says, nope, not in here, but could not control it.
Take that somewhere else.
Shot on the way short. Pulled down again, back-to-back opportunities.
Archibald's got to be careful. He's got 3 personal fouls.
Banging down low, shot blocked by Moore. Derry Moore, here comes Fuller. Davis on the outside, pass to Archibald in the corner, shot, basket. Count it for tight end Archibald.
Just like that, 54-51, 14-23 and counting.
Nice job there, open look, and great ball control. You had to respect Davis out here on the wing. 3 on the other end. Coming back with more, it's Muwan.
Man, very big point by Muwane. He's got 14 points now in the contest. I know of at least 2 3-pointers.
Yeah, Muwan with a nice touch there to answer.
Bulldogs needed that.
Yeah, so that was a big one. Still a 6-point game. Cardinals got to answer back. Davis goes in, dish. Marambo gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
That foul's going to go against number 32, Brian Washington. That's going to be his 2nd personal foul, team 2nd.
See if they can't get Davis going here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Tim. The big man's got to hit the free throw, so you got to take advantage of every opportunity.
Yeah, every one of these count big down the stretch. You know, how many times do you look up and you see a 1, 2, 3-point game, and then you go back, you're looking at free throws and opportunities, turnovers.
Oh, my goodness. And they missed 3, I know, of this half. Cardinals have missed 3 free throws. So those would certainly not add up in the end.
Yeah, you definitely want to improve that. You got to flush it. You got to get it in your mind right and try to move forward.
Cardinals were going to call a timeout after the free throw, but now they've waved it off. That's when you may have heard Mark Leslie, the assistant coach, in the background telling the official.
Got that one to work, so they will keep it. Coming in for Marambo will be Putzvanitze.
The big man now has 9 points in the contest.
See if they can't keep things rolling. Yeah, 5-point game though, exactly right. And you gotta keep chipping away here. Putzvanitze backed off. Shot won't go. There's a rebound, an opportunity here.
Well, there were 3 Cardinals right underneath the goal for that position. Navarro was kind of lazy there on the boards.
Davis trying to create. Davis creating. Passes off Fuller from way downtown. GPS tracking that one. It's good.
57-55, 13 minutes.
Boy, you talked about, yeah, that might get him going. I think you're right. Fuller is launching some heat now and answering. No, they will double team. Pass inside, that's an easy look.
13 points now for Dumbia.
Dumbia says, I like it like that. That is 4-point game though. Davis drives. Davis goes strong, finish it. Got fouled in the process. Deshaun Davis.
You see by Fuller and Archibald having hit those 3-pointers, though, how things were a little less trafficky inside, a little less traffic inside. For
Give him some room.
Give him some room.
Give him that room and then look out. Putzvanitze backed off in that last time down there too, and that created a little space. And I think it surprised the shot on the left wing because I'm so wide open. Gets that one to fall.
15 points now for Davis. He averages 19.6.
1 point game, 12:28 to go in the half. See if they can get that crowd into this thing and make things happen here. They trailed by 10 at halftime. It's a 1 point game with 12:15 to go. 3-point shot with a man on, a nice answer. Jacoby Deal.
Deal with a big 3-pointer there now with 9 points in the contest.
Fuller was all on him too. Nice clutch shot. Good game in Athens today. Deshaun. Fuller off the mark.
Yeah, forced that one up there.
That's rebounded by Robinson, who will pass it off to Patterson. Rewind. Off, over the top. Get some help.
I see Cardinal wide receiver coach Antonio Whitfield over the door about to go crazy that they weren't to the foul call.
Coach Whit was calling it. He did everything but put on a jersey.
Oh, the things that you get to see at Cardinal Gym are just priceless sometimes.
And I think he was right. So with 11:37 to go.
Had a warning,
good match.
been a warning just issued against Grant McMillan, the Navarro coach. So a warning for being out of the coaching box.
11:37.
You probably heard that. It needs no explanation.
Yeah, that wasn't a crowd mic. That was my headset mic. So back to action. Nice dish. Pucmanitse is fouled by, looks like they're going to whistle Patterson.
Well, they're just so fun to watch when they play like this. I mean,
Yeah.
they just are so fun to watch.
Up and down the floor we go. A couple of great programs going at it today.
We've been so spoiled to have Wendell Mitchell and Tyson Jolly and now Deshaun Davis come in here. They can dominate from the point guard position or from the guard position. And I'm not saying Davis is yet among their caliber just yet. He's shown flashes and signs of being there.
Yeah, he has definitely had some glimpses, and you love to see that. First one rattles out. Well, those are starting to add up for the Cardinals.
Yeah, they've got 4 misses on from the free throw line in this half, and look what the deficit is right now.
I don't want to do math on the air live here, but carry the ball. So 3-point game as he gets that one to go.
3 points now in the contest for Pucmanitse.
Shannon into the ball game for the Bulldogs. Stolen away. Here comes Deshaun Davis. Davis, Archibald, finish. 1 point game again. With 11:08 to go in the contest.
Boy, there's nothing quite like Trinity Valley Navarro basketball.
Fun game. Knocked away. Cards are going to take the lead here with a show dunk from Gary Moore. They've come all the way back. They've taken a lead, and guess what? Timeout taken by Navarro. They want to talk about it. So with 10:52 to go in the half, the Cardinals take their first lead of the afternoon.
The Cardinals are on an 18-8 run now to take their first lead. At the 15:44 mark, they trailed 54-45, and now they're up 63-62, and this crowd's into it. The Cardinals are into it. And wow, I love to watch this Cardinal team play.
I was going to say, and now you get a chance to have the Cardinal cheer squad come out and try and keep that momentum going with a little bit of time for Coach Grant McMillan to try to rally his troops across the way. What is he saying? He's got, guys, we got to get back to what we did in the first half.
Exactly. This is what you got to do. They've been careless with a couple of possessions down here now, so they let the Cardinals slip up and get some steals and some easy layups and everything. But there's sometimes a timeout's the best that you can do to stop momentum.
And they had just, I mentioned Kobe Shannon had just kind of checked into the game the previous possession. That time he was bringing up before they collapsed on him, got a steal, quick basket, and Cards have taken advantage of the lead.
They really have, but we still got half of this half to go, and we can see so many things can happen. But the Cardinals, like I said, are on an 18-8 run.
There you go, showing off your math again. Yes, it is half of a half.
Well, I've got it all written down in front of me. I'm not doing this off the top of my head, folks.
The Cardinals are looking to keep the momentum going here.
The thing about it is this lineup that you got on the floor for the Cardinals, Myles, Mirambeau, is about as good as you can get out there, but these kids can't play the final 10-52 all at one time.
Yeah, you're going to have to see some big minutes off that bench, which, you know, it's been an ongoing story over the last couple of weeks. They've been putting the pieces together. I mentioned it in the pregame. Teamwork multiplies talent. That's what Coach Furr's preaching to his squad. So they're finding a way to get it done. Back to action. 20 on the shot. Plenty of time for Navarro. Knocked away. They'll set it up on that baseline. Drive. Goes up. Had to change the shot. Fight for it. And a foul coming against Trinity Valley.
Yeah, I think this may go against Derry Moore.
Yeah, got a reach in there.
That's 4 now on Derry Moore. They can ill afford to lose him.
4th foul on Moore. So
It's on the rebound.
So Johnson's going to check into the contest for Moore, who picked up his 4th foul.
So 1 back to action here. A chance to tie it up. 63 apiece.
Coming up on the 10-minute mark of this second half.
Cardinals trying to create. They'll come back over. Archibald wide open 3, says I'll spot. Can't get it to fall. Rebound.
He was lined up right in front of us. That looked good the entire way.
You want that shot. He's proven capable of knocking that one down. So tie game here. Back door. Oh, there's a mismatch. And he missed it. There's a whistle.
Wow, what an exchange there. Well, Wayne missed a wide open shot from underneath.
That is a break for Trinity Valley.
And they're going to wind up getting a foul called against number 33, Dumbia.
Dumbia, and that's probably a frustration foul for the big fella there, as you know, he's thinking, man, I am right, we got to get points there. And that's one of those you see oftentimes when you miss a gimme.
5 team fouls now against Navarro, 3 against the Cardinals.
Davis, Archibald steps into it, can't get it to go. Fight for the loose ball. Cardinals control, last touch by Navarro.
You can tell that Archibald's feeling it, but that shot was just off the mark there. But
So
you don't keep a shooter from shooting. A shooter's going to shoot.
that's right, and
Better
more
get it
often than
in.
not, on the floor they will call a foul.
Cardinals got bailed out there.
Washington on the hold. Brian Washington, freshman out of Las Vegas.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
Puts Van Nietzsche right on the block. Trying to bound. Hook, lateral, basket. Driving all the way, finishing that. It's a 2-point lead for the Cardinals. 9.5 to go.
Brandon Millen working the official as he came by. He's got to be careful. He's already picked up 1 warning for being out of the coach's box.
Oh. Going to be on the floor against number 21. That will be against Darian.
That's going to go against Johnson, but that was a late call, though. The foul occurred. There was a delay, whistle. But he was a foul. There's no question it was a foul.
Now, there was a lot of contact there on that drive, but you're right, delayed whistle. Out top, they set it up to Wayne. Wayne tried to go strong. Puts Van Nietzsche will be forced to foul him and make him earn it at the free throw line.
That was a good foul there.
Yeah. Puts Van Nietzsche with just his, well, that is his 3rd foul. So he's going to have to kind of be careful.
So the Cardinals have got some foul situations developing here with Gary Moore on the bench with 4. Now Poots Venezia with 3.
Especially when you look at the bigs of Navarro, you know that is one of their strengths to go down low. So you anticipate them to start pounding it.
Can only get one of the 2 free throw attempts to fall, so the Cardinals hang on to a 1-point lead and the ball.
9 minutes to go. Spin move, drives, a lot of contact. Deshaun got to get to that free throw line.
What a move, goodness gracious.
He's so fast. Gets around you in a nano.
And Tim, I say this a lot when we do our webcast on women's games and men's games. You look beside Deshaun Davis' name, you see that FR abbreviation.
You love that.
Freshman.
Freshman and not playing like it.
Not playing like it at all.
Free throw on the way is money. So it's up to a 2-point lead. Cardinals started the second half trailing by 10. They now lead by 2. Free throw is good. That now gives Deshaun Davis 17 here in the ballgame. A lot of banging down low.
A lot.
Understatement by Tim Howard. Knocked that away. Picked it up, though, and a drive. Puts Van Nietzsche with a block. Picked up by Davis. Here come the Cardinals. Archibald. Head fake now. Going to drive in. Shot is going to be
Oh,
short.
got to hit that.
Just missing off the right side. Puts Van Nietzsche with D again. Cards out front. Going up strong. Jamming home. Cardinals are up by 5 with 8:15 to go. Crowd on their feet at Trinity Valley in Athens, Texas. There's a reach. I believe that's going to be on
Fuller. No,
Fuller.
I'm sorry, it's going to go against
Davis.
Deshaun Davis. That's just his second personal foul.
So Deshaun going to pick up a foul and a timeout. Cardinals going to hear it from the home fans here as they've extended it to a 5-point lead. Is this a 4 or a 30 here with 8:03 to go? Media timeout. So we'll take it a break. We come back with more after this on the Cardinals Sports Network. Cardinals back in front, up 5 here with 8:03 to go in the ball game. Benny, your thoughts?
Well, what a turnaround it's been, Tim. But we saw them get on track with those 3-pointers that got them back on their toes to playing defensively. They've come away with some key steals, got some easy layups out of it. Translates to a 69-64 lead. Now, if you're Navarro, you got to think, okay, we're still okay. We're still okay, but we've got to have a good possession with the ball, get a good look, get this thing turned back the other way from their perspective.
You mentioned about getting Fuller going. It would help things on the creation side for Davis, and that's been exactly the case. They go inside, shot over, puts Van Nietzsche, and I expect a lot more of that down the stretch as fouls become even more difficult with foul trouble mounting.
Yeah, no doubt. Doumbia is the person you want to go to down on the block.
Davis drives, Davis shoots, can't get it to fall, puts Van Nietzsche, trying to get the rebound off the glass. Navarro driving. Oh, an easy one there.
Yeah, we're about to be tied, I think, because Fuller's going to be called for the foul. That's going to be his first personal foul.
So that's the good news if you're going to have foul. It's a guy who's got a few to play with here.
Yeah.
But easy 3-point opportunity.
Cardinals now with 16 fouls. Navarro was 17 fouls for both teams now, so both teams are in the 1-and-1.
Rattles up. off the glass and through.
And we're tied, just like that.
So in the second half with 7:28 to go here, Fuller to Archibald. Denying the pass in the entry. Going to make them go over the top. So they'll set it up from the right side. Archibald pulls the trigger or won't go. Rebound. Big offensive board. Go up strong, big fella. And he's fouled in the process.
Yeah, give Darren Johnson, 6'5" freshman out of the Bahamas, an opportunity. Got great position on the initial rebound, went for the putback and draws the foul.
And I don't know if our cameras caught it going to break, but there was a lot of love for Johnson as he was coming off the floor after that big slam he got moments ago. Now at the free throw line. Can't get that one to go.
6 missed free throws now in this half for the Cardinals.
Yeah, those are adding up.
Or not adding up, whatever the case may be.
In the negative column.
Points well as taken.
No points to show for it, as the Cards have got to find a way to improve that here with 7:11 to go.
Definitely got to hit your free throws.
Johnson's second one is no good.
So Derry Moore's going to check back into the contest as the next stoppage of action with 4 personal fouls.
Yeah, he'll have to be very careful, and I expect him to go right at the big fella. Shot on the way. It was fortunate that it rolls out. That would have been a 3-point play opportunity. Just under 7 minutes to go, and Derry Moore will soon be checking in. Shot is good.
Yeah, if you're the Cardinals, you don't want to look up and lose a 1 or 2 point game and remember those 6 free throws that you missed now and the 7 now in this game that you've missed. You just don't want to look back with any regret that you didn't take advantage of situations that were presented to you.
Second one is on the way, and it is good. So 2-point deficit for Trinity Valley. Just under 7 to go here from Athens, Texas on a beautiful Saturday. Long three on the way. It's money time for finishing. He's now got
16 points and 3 3-pointers.
Boy, nice half for Fuller. Steps. That's going to be a violation. Trinity Valley taking advantage there. Cardinals with a 1-point lead and the basketball. Fuller trying to get the screen, gets double screen, shot on the way, won't go, rebound, Moore could not get to it. They find a lane, and he lost it, but the putback is good.
Thank goodness that Dumbia was there for the follow-up because he missed the triple.
Dumbia gets the lead back for Navarro. Davis up and under, can't finish. So it's a opportunity missed. 1-point lead for Navarro. And Archibald's going to get whistled over the top. That'll now be his 4th. Marimba.
So Moore's going to be on the floor with 4, and Archibald's going to be on the floor with 4. At 6:02, I'm not sure that you can afford to take either one of them off, to be honest with you, Tim.
You're in a tough spot here. Those fouls stacking up. 2 men now, 4 free throws.
Dumbia at the line.
Got that one to go. So
Now has 18 points in the contest.
I was about to say, he's had a strong afternoon for the Bulldogs.
He came in averaging 10.6.
Coach Van Eedsay will take a seat. And Sean Davis. Sean's got 17. Also, New Wayne has 17 for Navarro, but that one's good. That'll give 19 on the day for Dumbia.
3-point Navarro lead, 5:55 and counting.
Cards trying to find a crease here. Thought about now. Pass over, nice entry, Faden, and he'll draw the foul, a block. Going down low is Dumbia.
I was thinking they may be going to call the offensive foul. So many times we see the bigger player of the two get called for that when he lowers his shoulder like that. But
yeah, fortunate there. I think it was he went down so early that they let it stand, and then he let it go. If it happened bang, bang, he probably would have caught it, but for some reason, the play continued.
Okay, you got to go perfect from the free throw line here on in now.
You need these.
Both teams are in the double bonus from the rest of the way. Oh, my goodness. They are leaving this one at the free throw line, folks.
Free throws have been the Achilles heel of the Cardinals this afternoon. On the day, they come in shooting 64%. Missed 2 that trip.
Man. Not a good day at the free throw line, and it may cost them.
Talked about, got to be careful. You're playing with 4. Archibald almost picked up a blocking foul.
You got to be real careful because you've got a 5-point deficit you're staring at now. You've got to have a really good possession this time down through the Cardinals.
See if Archibald can heat up. Draws, pass, Marambo. It's good.
That's a good possession.
That is a definitely. One thing about Wu Wayne, he is not afraid to go to the floor. He's been on the floor a lot today, trying to draw that charge. 3-point lead for Navarro. Crowd trying to get into it.
Doomby and Wayne now with 19 points each for Navarro as Navarro throws it away.
That was good defense, and Archibald is giving up a good, 4 or 5 inches there, but he's hustling, playing D with his feet, and got around him.
And Manuel has 13 points for the Bulldogs.
So with just under 5 to go here, it's all hands on deck. Everybody's got to finish this thing strong here. 3-point deficit for Trinity Valley.
Moore and Archibald on the floor with 4 fouls for the Cardinals. For the Bulldogs, you've got Tyrese Patterson on the floor with 4 fouls.
Davis will bring it up the floor for Trinity Valley. Every possession, this time the ball game becomes more and more crucial. Davis directing traffic. Pulls up for 3. Shot won't go. Rebound. Fuller pulls up. 3 won't go. Marambo with the board. Goes up. Gets it to roll the edge.
The crowd was trying to get that one to fall.
They tried to will it home, but he'll be shooting 2 free throws.
I know this is not the best place for the Cardinals. It's just not.
Step up.
They missed 9 free throws now this half.
Got to step up. Forget about those first few. And it's easy to say from here, you got to hit these. The first one on the way, and it won't go. It's more mental now than ever. As
absolutely,
you're at the line.
You're thinking about it now.
It.
If you think about it, it's not going to happen for you probably.
Think about the 1,000 you shoot a day. And just try to do it. That one is long.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So with a 4:25 mark to go, Cardinals need the D to step up. On the floor, put it on the floor, and going down is Moore, and picked up by Fuller. Out front to Davis. Davis with 2 defenders finishes it. It's a 1-point ball game. 4:05 to go. We got a wet spot on the floor, and they're going to take a timeout to an official timeout. That's huge there, Benny.
Oh, no doubt about it. Great. And you say the defense needs to step up, and that's exactly what happened. They got the turnover, got the layup.
Good things have been happening off of that. So with an official timeout here with 4:05 to go.
Let's keep it here.
Yeah.
Let's keep it here, Tim. In the last 4 minutes, Navarro has outscored the Cardinals 13-7.
Wow, they've come back with an answer. Now Trinity Valley will try to do the same here in the final 4:05.
But the fact of the matter is the Cardinals have missed 11 free throws this half. If you make half of those, that's a different ball game.
What was that number again, roughly? The 13 to
13-7 in the last 4 minutes.
So if you hit half of the free throw, we've seen 4 misses in a row from Rambo. Those are huge down the stretch,
and you're right. It becomes a mental thing when you start missing. Everybody thinks about it.
Yeah, and he's proven that he's human, because I think that's human tendencies. You start thinking about it. But that ball, very easily, it's rolling the cylinder. Could have been a 3-point opportunity if he steps up rather than having to try to hit 2. If you made a basket, I think that helps immensely. But it rolls out, and now you're at the line for 2 and missed them both. So.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I can relate to it on golf, because you get into into a bad frame of mind when you're not hitting your drives, and you get up over the next tee shot, instead of thinking how to hit the shot, you think, where am I going to miss this one at?
Yep.
Same thing happens with the free throws.
So with the timeout here, see if they can rally the troops. Oh, it's still a 1-point ball game. What a game today.
Oh,
It's been a fun one back and forth, and Cardinals have overcome that 10-point deficit, took the lead, but Navarro's come back. So here we are in the final 4:05.
This is a far side different than the regional championship game we saw last March when the Cardinals won by 20.
Yeah, they had quite a run there, didn't they? So here comes the 4-minute clip. Navarro trying to add to a 1-point lead. There's
I think they're going to get Davis with a hold inside.
Yeah, they will get him down low. So 1-1 the rest of the way, or double bonus.
Yeah, both teams are in the double bonus now for the rest of the contest, and that's not a good place for the Cardinals to be with the way they've shot free throws today in the second half.
Yeah, that's very uncharacteristic of them. And there's one of the first misses of the afternoon, it seems like. Navarro's been pretty clutch at the free throw line.
And they haven't shot near as many as the Cardinals have.
Maybe they'll return the favor, if you will. Gets one of two. So a 2-point advantage. Cards with a chance to tie it. Fuller will bring it up the floor. Knocked away, regather 15 on the shot clock. Double switch. Fuller thought about going baseline. 5 on the clock. Archibald driving. Archibald in traffic, blocked away. 2 on the clock. They're going to have to get a shot up quick. 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, after Navarro, you guard the perimeter now. Defend the perimeter.
So it's going to be a tough. It's not even a full 2. It's probably more like a second point something. I mean, it was already at that 2. The shot clock's going to expire pretty quick. Fortunately, we got a wet spot out there. They're going to dry that. Maybe have a chance to think a little more about what they want to do here.
Catch their breath just a little bit, too.
3:26 to go. 2-point advantage for Navarro. Cards with a chance to tie it. Davis knocked away. That's a shot clock violation.
Yeah,
Good D.
That's not a good possession. One of my observations from that possession is, as great as Deshaun Davis is, sometimes you got to use your teammates more than he did then.
Yeah,
he dribbled a lot during that possession, and then he had to force something up.
And in that last 2 seconds, especially, you want to get a shot and a release, maybe down in the paint, but wasn't to be on that possession. See if they can hold here with 3:10. Archibald may have just fouled out.
He did.
He is going to foul out on that position there.
With 10 points in the contest, and one of your shooters is now on the bench to play the final 3:08. Trey Gardner's going to check into the game for the Cardinals.
Gardner's coming on, and
what a storyline it would be if Gardner did something special now.
yeah, you would definitely remember that, as he's checked in. This is his first game with the Cardinals basketball team, part of the football squad in the fall, but as you mentioned, was injured early on, never got to play. Free throw missed.
That will make sure it stays a one-possession game in the final 3 minutes, going into the final 3 minutes, I should say, because even if he hits this one, this will be a 3-point lead.
It's that to fall. So 79-76.
Brandon Miller was asking how many timeouts he's got left. He's got 2 showing on the scoreboard.
Davis with the drive. Gets contact, goes high up the glass, won't go. Good closeout by Navarro. They had it.
This has been a Cardinal Broadcasting Network special presentation.
Navarro looking to end an 11-game losing streak to the Cardinals.
Crowd trying to will that D to life. Backdoor pass, shot, won't go, tipped up and in.
There's an excuse me bucket there.
Ed Manuel will probably get credit for that, but he was going for a rebound and never really hauled it in.
He now has 15 points in the contest.
5-point game, 2:20 to go. Gardner over to Fuller. Pulls up for three, won't go. All he could do was try to tap it, knocked out of bounds by Putzvanitze.
Yeah, Putzvanitze tried to get the rebound, but all he could do is, like you said, he kind of knocked it out of bounds, and the possession goes to the Bulldogs. And now then Navarro can start being just a little bit more deliberate if they want to. You can't put it in a deep freeze, but you can sure milk that clock a little bit. That looks like what they're going to do.
Right. Trinity Valley at some point will try to extend this game at the foul line, but they're got some foul trouble. Drive and a dunk over Putzvanitze. Nice finish, though. Good, strong move.
Doumbia,
a solid player. Good.
He's got 22 points in the contest to lead the Bulldogs.
Good take there on that baseline. Fuller. Pass to Moore. Shot. Won't go. Rebound, Doumbia.
You know how it feels? You feel when that air leaves the balloon. You kind of sense that just a little bit now with this Cardinal team.
Yeah, you definitely do. Inside 90 seconds now.
You got to create something now if you're the Cardinals, and it's going to have to start on the defensive end.
Yeah, need something quick. Get a quick basket. There's a timeout taken by Coach McMillan. So he'll talk it over with his squad. Minute 16 to go here.
Yeah, I think Grant sensed that this was a bad possession they had going there. They kind of seemed out of sync just a little bit.
9 seconds on the shot clock. So
I didn't know if I mentioned earlier on, but Grant McMillan is a native of Van, Texas. Did you know that?
I saw that in the notes you had, but I did not know it until I looked at your notes.
Okay,
So
well, we waited awful late to use it, didn't we?
I thought you just wanted to save it till next season. Yeah, the former Van Vandal, so
Yeah.
not too far from home for him.
No, not so much.
He's got his team playing well today.
We should mention, Tim, that the Cardinals will be at home again next Saturday playing Beyond Basketball in a non-conference game at 4 p.m. We will have that for you here on the Cardinal Sports Network. But before that, they go to Paris on a very tough road game Wednesday night. They'll be at Paris for a 7 p.m. tip-off.
I'm wondering if Coach Furr and his squad will be able to make it over to that barbecue place there in Paris.
What, does he know about it?
He told me about it when I had a brief stint
Well,
in
then I think
Paris.
there's a good possibility they may go
He
there.
said, "Have you had barbecue?" And I can't remember it. That's a bad name drop, isn't it, when you don't remember the name?
Everybody's sitting on the edge of their seats wanting to know where's this great barbecue
It's
place.
really good, Tim.
We know it's in Paris, folks.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, fumbled it on the 2-yard line, right at the goal line. Way to go, Timmy. So need some help here at the free throw line. See if they get a couple of bounces the other way.
Well, look at this game, though. It's a 7-point game, and the number of free throws the Cardinals have missed, it could be just a lot closer than it is.
Yeah, see if they will foul and try. Oh, they're going to get steps.
I think
That's a big turnover there.
big turnover.
Need a
Cardinals
free. Get a basket, get a three. We've seen crazier things between these two in the past. Here comes Davis. He's going to pull up. Try to draw contact, left it short. 7-point lead, minute left. He tried to call timeout, and he does get it granted. So Patterson, good heads up there to realize the double team was coming.
That's the last timeout now for Navarro.
60 seconds left in this one. Full timeout. With Trinity Valley trailing by 7, we'll take a quick timeout, come back with more after this on the Cardinal Sports Network. Cardinal Sports Network, 7-point deficit, 60 seconds to go. Cardinals need to score and score in a hurry.
Absolutely. Got 1 minute exactly left, down 7 points with the.
With Navarro with the ball. That's the other difficult part of this. Rambo going to get whistled for the foul.
Yeah,
That's a break there because they almost had room to spread it on them. And so they'll give them a chance to eat some clock or save some clock.
Last gasp effort now for the Cardinals. You just got to put them at the free throw line and hope that they miss free throws like you have been doing the entire second half.
What a different game it is because of that free throw line. He missed it. Coming up empty, Ed Manuel. Second one to come.
It's still a 3-possession game.
Yep.
And time is running very short.
It's 1 of 2 at the line. So 8-point game. Fuller going to come down. Gets the screen. Trouble. Trouble finds Moore. Moore will drive, go strong, had it blocked.
The big man's had a heck of a game for Navarro.
Impressive. Dumbia out of the Ivory Coast.
22 points on the contest to lead Navarro. Number 3 has got 20. Wayne.
Nice game from him. 3-point shot on the way. That was a line drive, really not much. There's a steal and a putback, though. Good basket from
Trey Gardner.
It's just 4th point.
Yeah, he has 4 points in the contest.
There's a foul on Rambo.
It's going to send Dumbia to the free throw line. Chance to add to his 22 points.
Still a 2-possession game. He's needs to get at least 1 or 2 here.
Yeah, you got to have some help now if you're the Cardinals.
Yeah, you really do.
Well, there's a little bit of help. Navarro came in averaging 78.9 points, and they've got 84, so they've exceeded their average this afternoon. Cardinals came in averaging 84, and they're at 78, so you see the flip-flop there and what the difference is.
Yeah, it is definitely a big difference maker here. Cards,
but they missed enough free throws to be right there.
To be right where they need to be. And they've normally shot them much better. Gets 1 of 2, so they've went 1 of 2 their last 2 possessions. Up the floor, Fuller needs a screen and launch. Not getting it, though. Fuller trying to drive to the basket, shoots it from the floor.
Well, it's going to be a two-shot situation anyway.
Loved his energy, though. Just try the heart of a competitor, man. Do what you got to do. See if they can come through at the line. Under 20 seconds to go here.
At this rate, it looks like it's going to be another hard luck loss for the Cardinals. And their last 3 losses would have been 112 to 105 to Panola, 110 to 106 to Tyler, and then whatever this score may wind up being if it goes this direction that it is with 19.8 seconds left.
Shot is good. That'll make it again, a 2-possession game. You need a couple of threes to fall. The advantage for Navarro is they're going to go to the free throw line and they're going to be able to guard that perimeter. So if you're at the 3-point line, you're going to have to shoot over people. You're not going to get an open look.
Yeah, if you're the Cardinals, you got to get a quick. If you don't get the quick steal, you got to go for the foul immediately.
Going to try to get a steal here. They go home run ball if they want. So there's a foul.
And it's going to send Dumbia to the free throw line now with 23 points.
Dumbia's had a great game today for Navarro.
Been very impressed by the big man.
Yeah, nicely done.
And he is a freshman, by the way. So the Region 14, the Cardinals will have to deal with him for another year.
7-footer out of the Ivory Coast.
You look at this Navarro roster, and it's predominantly a freshman team with 3 sophomores on the team.
Been impressed with their play today. Very, very well executed. Needing to miss 1 here. Gets the first one to go. Need a miss, a 3, and a steal, and a 3. All within 18.8.
You got it all mapped out, but I don't know about the execution part of it.
Easy for us to draw it up over here. Gets them both. Good clutch shooting too, man. That's big time there. Clock dwindling here. Pull up the three from Fuller. Off the glass. Won't go.
Yeah, it's almost got to the point where you don't foul anymore.
Just dribble it out probably. So here is free throws for Muane coming at the free throw line.
He's made a living here at the free throw line in addition to what he's done inside today.
Now Muane, 20-point afternoon for him. Gets it to go.
Well, it looks like the Cardinals are going to see their 11-game win streak against Navarro snapped here this afternoon. Last time they lost to Navarro was in 13-14 season, I believe it was.
2 for 2 at the line, and that'll be the story of this one. Free throws. What a different outcome we would be talking about if you come through. Three-pointer over the top. Gets it to go. So that'll make it a 6-point lead. Win for Navarro.
I'm not sure about taking that if you're not being guarded, but Cardinals will take it. Our final score from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, the Cardinals dropped an 89-83 decision to the Navarro College Bulldogs. The Cardinals were led by Deshaun Davis with 19 points. Trevon Fuller had 18. Todd Ann Archibald had 10. Anderson Mirambo had 11. Derry Moore had 9. Darren Johnson had 4. And Vladimir Puchvanice had 5. The Cardinals will be on the road Wednesday, going to Paris for a 7 p.m. start. They'll be at home again here next Saturday against Beyond Basketball in a non-conference game that we will have for you here on the Cardinal Sports Network. The Lady Cardinals will also be at home next Saturday playing Blinn, and we'll have that game for you at 2 p.m. So, Tim, your final thoughts?
It's the same thing that we kind of harped on down the stretch there. Free throws, a big difference maker, but good win for Navarro coming in and get one on the road. Trinity Valley will try to repay the favor here in a couple of weeks and, see anything's possible in Region 14.
That's going to wrap it up from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. Until next Saturday when we have you for the doubleheader for you here. This is Benny Rogers on behalf of the entire Cardinal Sports Network team bidding you good night from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym.
This has been a Cardinal Broadcasting Network special presentation.